Hey, I'm John with It Works. I really don't know why I say that. I mean, I guess it sounds a little bit more professional. Everybody that knows me, right? Um, I'm just getting over this bit of cough. Apparently, I've had this cough for a month. I'm now on antibiotics. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but you're gonna probably hear me cough for most of the time. Anyways, you click this video pretty much to get some information because you're skeptical, like I was. I was very skeptical, and that's the honest truth. Who wouldn't be skeptical of these kind of things? Whether or not they're just trying to take your money, whether or not you're going to be successful, whether or not it's a scam, right? A lot of people are very, very worried of those kind of things. But the number one thing that I actually think it is fear of rejection, fear of people judging you, fear of how of not becoming successful. Those are the kind of fears that stop people from actually believing in themselves. Lately, I have seen a lot of people join this business, and it actually makes me quite happy because I believe that those people have finally said yes to their future, and they're slowly conquering the fear of becoming successful. That is exactly what it is. I'm going to use an example, like all these famous artists out there, as in, like music people, music artists, they were once in a position of where they wanted to become successful. They want those kind of dreams of performing in thousands of people. Some of those artists actually believe that, they wanted a crowd bigger than 10 people, maybe 20 people, maybe 30 people. But the heights that they reach were unimaginable, right? And that's exactly what it is that a lot of artists and a lot of things that you do nowadays involve fear is what holds you back from becoming successful, because you're gonna have the fear of being successful, whether or not you're going to be successful, how you're going to be successful. And there's a lot of those doubts that you place inside of yourself, and that is true. That's still true to today. Of how far I am within this company, I have known that I place a lot of doubt within myself. But I've come over those doubts because I know what it takes and what it should take. And just like those music artists out there, they did things to make sure that they got themselves out there. They conquered their fear, they promoted themselves, and they did exactly what they loved to do. They pursued their dreams. And just like with any company, anything in life, anything, you have to conquer your fear. Fear is what holds a lot of people back. And I'm going to say that a lot, is that fear is what holds you back. Being a soccer player, of course, when you first start out, you're not that good. You can't be that good. But some people have the intuition, not the intuition. Some people have the ability to be great right off the bat. And that's exactly what it is with some artists. Some artists, all of a sudden, they belt out a tune, and all of a sudden people are following them on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. They're following, and that's how they become successful. Just like a soccer player, a soccer player sometimes can be so successful, of all of a sudden they're in national games and they're doing so many amazing things. But then you have people who didn't start off so great. Stupid cough. Didn't start off so great. They pretty much had to conquer their fear because they had to fail a bunch of times to become successful. And that's exactly what this is. This is exactly what it is that anything that you do in life, you have to fail to become successful. Because, that's the only way that you're going to see success, is finally failing and seeing the wrong, seeing anything. So, failing is definitely okay. Don't get down on yourself because you failed this once. If Eminem lost a rap battle, do you think he quit? No, he continued on, and he did exactly what he wanted to do. And he made sure that he reached out to all the right people and got into all the right avenues, because He wanted to become successful. He had a dream of leaving the life he had to get to the life he has now. He had those kind of dreams. And that's the same with this. In any network marketing company, you're gonna have to get over your fear. And this is exactly what this is. You have to get over your fear of not being successful. So the way that you can do this is that you have to look around you, and you have to know that you're going to have doubters. You are. You're going to have a lot of people who are going to doubt your success, doubt how you're going to become successful, and doubt if you're ever going to be able to do this in anything that you do. Anything. You look at your life, and you look at whether or not, because let's just say a lot of us have had the, excuse my language, the shitty end of the stick a lot of the time. Let's be honest. A lot of us have. And pretty much you look at it and you're like, God, how am I ever going to do this? How am I ever going to get out of this rut that I'm in? How am I ever going to provide a better life for my family? How am I ever going to pursue the dreams that I've actually wanted? That's exactly it. You got to figure out your whys and why it's important for you to get out there and do this and get out there and pursue your dreams. I'm not saying just this alone. It's anything within your life. I mean, if you, let's just say, like I actually worked at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's. I don't know, I should say that, but I worked at McDonald's, and, I started off thinking, I wasn't so great. I wasn't going to be able to do this, and I wasn't, and but I wanted to. I definitely wanted to. I wanted to get out there and go do this. The number one, the one fear I had was drive-through. I got placed on drive-through right away, and the thought of people hearing my voice was embarrassing. I was like, great. I'm like, I'm going to have hundreds of people listening to my voice a day. But I'm going to tell you one little secret. My number one fear was upselling. McDonald's, you go to a McDonald's drive-thru now, and they will ask you some certain questions of upselling you. Would you like that upsize? Would you like to try this, or would you like to try that? Would you like to? That was my number one thing, is I didn't like doing that. Why? Because I've had the fear of rejection. I was like, I don't want to be rejected. I want people to actually do this. Because why? There's another reason why. It's because people actually, not people, my bosses, my people, who were, managing the floors, set a goal. They were like, I need you to get this many upsells. I need you to do this. And if you can do this, I will put your name into a draw, or I will give you this. And I'm like, I really want one of those. I really actually want that. I'm gonna try this. But I had the fear of rejection. I was like, I'm gonna get rejected. People are gonna say no. And when I did, a lot of people actually said yes. A lot of people were like, yeah, sure, that actually sounds great. But there were the people that said no. And yes, that got me down a little, because I'm like, people said no to me. People said no. I'm like, great, I'm not going to be able to reach this. But the more I tried, the more I got out there, the more that I asked, the more that people that came through, every person that came through to my side of the drive-thru, I asked. I remember there were days that I was in drive-thru, and my shift manager told me that I was rocking it. I was rocking the upsells, and my name has been placed in the draw. I won lunches. I did, there was like little gift cards. There were things that I was achieving because I got over my fear. I got over the fear of being rejected, of being successful. And that felt great. And because I rocked drive-thru, guess what happened to me next? I got to go into grill. I got to make those kind of goals and achieve those kind of things. And then I got to, then I got promoted. I got promoted to another stage. And then I got promoted again and again. And I continued climbing because I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be that person that reached those kind of targets and goals all the time. That's just like this. At first, I had the most fear of success ever. I was like, I'm not going to succeed. I don't know how I'm going to do this. There's going to be a bunch of people that are going to say no. There are going to be a bunch of people that are going to judge me. There are going to be a lot of doubters out there, and I'm totally afraid of this. I'm also going to tell you another secret. I was afraid. I was actually embarrassed of telling people that I worked for McDonald's. I was embarrassed. I was like this is for teenagers, just like the company I'm in now. There's a lot of women in this company. There's tons and tons of women, but there are successful men. But am I afraid of telling people what I do now? No. And when that was just like McDonald's. I was eventually, when I got up to becoming a salary, pretty in like the high position, I was able to be comfortable being like, yeah, I work for McDonald's. I've been working for McDonald's for this long, and I climbed up there quickly. And because I wanted to be successful, I wanted those promotions and bonuses and like little things that they were offering. And that's just like this. I see myself becoming successful. I see myself changing a whole bunch of lives. That's exactly also with McDonald's as well. Within McDonald's, some of you that actually may be actually watching this actually worked with me. You knew that I cared about you. It wasn't just a job. It wasn't. It wasn't just because I made this much an hour. It wasn't because I brought home this every time. It wasn't because I made these goals and little bonuses. It was because when I walked into work, I looked at everybody and I said, "How are you?" I made sure I got to know every single person that I worked with, and I cared about their well-being more than my own. And a lot of people that have worked with me know that. They know that I would choose their break over my own. And there was a couple times that the people that I worked with, they were like, "Go take a break. You need one. You need to go take a break." And I pretty much was forced to. I was forced off the floor because I cared about people's well-being more than my own. And that's exactly about this. I want to change lives. I want to see people become successful, and I want to help them do that. And, I want to help 1,000 lives in 2016, and I want to start with you, because you clicked this for a reason. You reached out to me for a reason. I maybe even reached out to you because I believe that you may need this. You may need however far you want to go. I want to change lives. I want to, not only financially. I want to change lives in a healthy way. I want to change a lot of people who will want to become healthy and who want to enhance their lifestyle. In either way, that's what I want to do. That is my goal for 2016. Is I want to change 1,000 lives. 1,000. I mean, that's not a not achievable goal. That's a very achievable goal. And I still have a long time left. It is only month 3, and I have a lot of time to go. I know that I wanted this video to be short, but I wanted you guys to see the examples. I wanted you to hear my side of the story. I wanted you to hear that I still had fear of becoming successful, and I still have a little bit of fear of becoming successful because I have a little bit of doubters. I do. A lot of people who are like, "Right, John, right." But overcoming that can take you to places that you have never gone before. So once you overcome your fear, and once you actually get into this, you will see that you're going to open yourself many doors. You're going to see that fear was a silly thing to hold you back. And be that shift manager that like I was, that salary manager, or be the M&M of making sure that you're getting yourself out there, getting yourself noticed, pretty much saying the world, right? Because you wanted to achieve your dreams, and you shouldn't let anyone stop you from doing that, right? So, I mean, this is a little bit of a longer video that I wanted to do, but I hopefully made a little bit of a point to you, is that don't let fear control your life. Don't let fear control your life. All right? So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later.